Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, everyone. Lately, I've been showcasing you guys quite a few different Alfa Romeos. There it goes. Quite a few different classic Alfa Romeos. Because let me tell you something. I think this brand was in their prime moments in the 50s, their 60s, and even their 70s. Probably until I would say even the 70s. Let's keep it there. But then obviously little by little it went down the hill, little not all the way, it's trying to survive, but it's definitely not what we remember back in those days. They were simple, they were cute, they were look good looking, and this is one of them. Let's give it a proper presentation. What I got for you right now, it's a 143 scale 1960 Alfa Romeo Giulietta SZ. First of all, you're gonna say, what does SZ means? It means Sprint Segato. It was built by Segato, but they mostly was for like racing, but they built also for used everyday used. Now these cars, I think they were really good looking. You know, these cars obviously may not be the most safe because you look at it and you say, where are the bumpers? Example, where are the bumpers in this car? I don't see no front bumpers. I don't see no rear bumpers. You know, back in the days, safeties were not as on tiptoes in car brands like they are now because of the laws. Now they're so severe. Now they're so strict that if you don't have this and you don't have that, you cannot make it in. You cannot sell. Back in the 50s and 60s, they were a lot more lenient and were able to build cars like this. Now, this car was very small. I seen a few videos of it. I don't think I was seen in pictures, but it was a very petite sized car, not very powerful. But since it was so light, the weight helped being a little bit more quicker on the speed. Now, this model had a 1.3 twin cam four-cylinder gasoline engine. Now, the transmissions for the SZ, and specifically, it was a five-speed manual transmissions. Um, there's not a lot of information, specifically the SZ, but it says here the SZ, let me just see, I tell you right now, was in production from 1957 till 1962. So this car's in between those ages. Uh, from my understanding, it's more like a 1960, but they were the same throughout those years. They were mostly the same way they looked. Now when Segato touches a car, they usually make very good looking cars, and obviously this one cannot say any less. Um, Model wise, they didn't make that many models. I'll tell you right now. But speed wise, this car made up to 120 miles per hour. That's quite an achievement for such a small car, which is about 193 kilometers per hour. So for people that do not understand the mileage, they go by kilometers. I give it to you in both numbers. Okay, let's see. The SC was very successful in racing on a national level as well as internationally. Okay, the SC helped Alfa Romeo secure a victory in the 1.3-liter class of the International Championship GT manufacturers in 1962 and 1963. So they gave, these cars were quite peppy, and they gave Alfa Romeo titles too, which I like that. Before I forget, this is a diecast and it's made by Bang. It's not a very known brand, actually, it's very obscure. I have about two or three models from there. It's an Italian diecast brand. Actually, I think they only cater to like probably Italian cars, mostly Alfa Romeo, but from my understanding, they're Italian models mostly. All right, everyone, I'm gonna let this nice looking Alfa Romeo go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. I love when they didn't, back in the days, for you to have a sports car, you didn't have to have those aggressive looking wheels. The car didn't have to have uh, a wing in the back the size of an eagle. I don't know, like modern cars do. These cars were a little rounded, were cute, simple looking. They had like a round. By the way, guys, if you heard that noise before, that's my dog next to me. He's stretching. He sounds like a cow when he stretches, and he's just sharing it with the rest of you. I wanted to share that because it sounds so comical. I was like, you know what? Let it be. This is your house too. Going back to the video, another thing I want to mention, I like how the rear tail lights are kind of integrated with the body. If you see there, it's kind of like a flushed rear end, like a waterfall type. There's no like beyond the license plate, I guess holder below the license plate. There's nothing that really um obstructs the look of the rear end. The same thing with the front end. Even the grill is kind of like flushed inside the car. And those things, well, usually grills are like that. But I really like that. I really like how this car looks. It's cute and it looks quite peppy from what I read in the information. All right, everyone. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever seen one of these Alfa Romeos? Did you like them? They're quite rare. Yes, they are. So if you've seen them or you've seen them in videos, were they reliable? If you have any information on them, were they sold in your country? And let me know what you guys think about these Italian cars from back in the days. All right, everyone. Don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Don't forget to click and share, comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the car. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I post more video. And last but not least, share the videos with your friends, family, co-workers, any car fanatics that you may know. The more the merrier. And stay safe more than ever. Goodbye.